Make yourself leather clothes or whatever it is that you desire. And work for yourself for 4 or 5 hours a day and then relax for the rest of the day. This is how you acquire true wealth. You figure a man buys 78 acres of land. You could bring about 1,000 people. Give everybody their small own little lot, and then y'all work. Y'all could use 20 acres of land for the 1,000 people to live on for free. And then y'all work the 50 acres, sowing and plowing the land, making sure everybody got their assigned duties so that everybody on the 70 acres live free. Everybody getting fly, still doing what they doing. If a person chooses to want to work, go to work. Come on, whatever, the same way you do now. Except you ain't got to be worrying about how I'm going to pay my rent, how I'm going to pay my light, how I'm going to eat, so on and so forth, how I'm going to have clothes. You will have the knowledge to do all of that for yourself if you choose to. So what's the simple thing? We got to grasp what Solace is saying. This is why I have to GoFundMe up. Because I want to get a couple of acres and start a school. I can make 6 lots in each acre. So that's 12 lots. Each lot can be for a certain duty for people to grasp. If you want to learn how to build a home, I'll have a lot on the acres where people can come out, get familiar with different woods, different trees, how to cut them into the logs or the 2x4 sizes they need, and how to build a home. Different ways. A couple of acres would be for sowing and plowing and sowing and reaping and growing food, for people to come out and plant seeds and just see it grow and get an understanding of how it works. From actually physically doing it and being on the land. I want to have a spot where people can sow and come out there and learn to sow. And this material comes from that. And this is how you make it. And then this is how you sew it into a jacket or blah, blah, blah. So this is what the school on land that I have to GoFundMe up is all about. I want to open up a real school where people learn from the land how to get rich and have their own freedom, and because you get this through knowledge of knowing how to do for self. This is what doing for self is. Doing for self is not going to find and work for somebody else. Get you some land and do for self. This is what was taken from your ancestors. Land and the resources of it. And this is why they had no choice but to be slaves. So a lot was taken as slaves, but those that chose to live free was eventually had no choice but to be slaves. And this is where we at now. A man like me, you could say, almost has no choice but to be a slave. I would have to get some type of job to make money. Whether it is selling books to y'all or whatever it is I choose to do within the system, I will still have to pay taxes, etc., meaning I'm a slave. Whatever it is I do, it's truly not mine because I have to pay to do it. But if you have your own land, you don't have to pay anybody to do anything. It's a deep thing. I can have people come to my land and hold lectures on my land, and I don't have to pay taxes on that because that don't have nothing to do with the system. They don't even know what's going on. So it's a deep thing we gotta grasp. Could fit 1 million people on a land and hold a lecture like ain't never been seen. Where people can actually come out and relax on the land for 2-3 days. A resort lecture. Real shit. I'm trying to work on real shit, man. But first thing I want to do is get the school on land. Couple acres and somewhere. And just get that flowing where people can come out and learn how to work the land. And understand natural resources and how that's the true wealth. And how to make things. Gotta grasp this, get the little youngsters out there, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, learning how to sow and reap. So by the time they our age, man, feed and nourish and do for themselves. They have no need to go to the supermarket or be a part of any of this mumbo jumbo bozo shit. They could go to work, make the money from the man, and then go home to their own reality. Y'all see the land I be on? I feel completely free when I'm out there. I could do whatever I want. I could walk around butt naked out there if I want. No one's there. Go back and watch the video of the tour of the land. I could walk through that shit naked. No one's ever there. So y'all gotta grasp this, man. You have to get land. This is where the money, the wealth, the freedom, everything that people desire, this is where that's at. It's in that. And this is what I'm trying to do. This is why I got the GoFundMe set up. $100,000. Get about 78 acres. Use the 40,000 to get seeds and building materials. Not the materials, but the machinery we'll need to work the land. Because I'm not going into caveman times. I'm not chopping trees down with axes. Why would I do that when they sell chainsaws and all type of crazy shit now? So you get the land and you get the machinery you need to work it. I'm trying to get cranes and all of that out there on the land. And I'm not trying to be renting these things. Because I'm not trying to never stop buying land until all the land is bought back. Or where no black person got to be a part of the system or living in city lands. We just go there to play. And then we go home to our acres and do what we do. Walk around butt naked, riding dirt bikes, butt ass naked. Real shit. King shit. I'm trying to get the people back on that, man, where the ancestors was. So we gotta grasp this. It's not going backwards in the time. It's not going worse. This is get you better and better off. So we just gotta grasp this, man. Those that got a half a brain, go donate, man. I got the book for sale. You can buy the book. The term is The Spirit. Deep book. I got another book coming. I'm about to step on the gas because I see people not catching on. So I'm going to just do my own thing. At the end of the day, I'm going to get my own land regardless. I'm pretty much almost there with the land because the land is easy. You already see, man. A man can get land for $315 a month. So, but you know, we got to get back on the unity. This is where unity comes in because one man can't work 78 acres by himself. That is absurd. So if one man has 78 acres and no people, that man better have a lot of money to pay to have things done. Because it'll take a man forever to build himself a house and all of this stuff on the land. But if you got 1,000 people on the land, y'all could in one night make the land look like paradise. Within 6 months, y'all could have the land looking like a literal paradise. Build a canal straight through the middle of the 78 acres with a river flowing through it. And just live like the Garden of Eden through the whole land. So this is the kind of shit I'm on, man. This is where I'm at with it. But the first step is people must learn how to do and what to do with the land when you get it. So this is what the school on land would be for. 2 acres, you come out there, roam around the land, and just get an understanding of the natural resources. You want to know how to make a leather coat? You go to the part of the acres where they're working the natural resources that make certain materials. You want to know how to make bread and cereal and what things do these things come from? We'll have acres for that, where you can go out, pick you some wheat, grain, so on and so forth, and bring it back and make bread and get used to making bread and things of that nature. And just get a better idea of if you had your own land, the things you could do. How you could live. You could build your home however you choose. You could build your home in a tree. Like, it's a lot of unique ways we're not living because no one has their own land to explore and say, why do we build homes this way when I could live like this? Could build your goddamn house in a tree. Instead of having light poles all over, you could put your lights in the trees. So instead of having light poles all over your land, you can just have the light poles within the tree. But we live the way we're laid out to live. So it's no unique thought going on. Oh, damn, I could live like that. I could sleep like this. Got your own land. You can sleep outside, butt ass naked, and wake up with the sun shining on you. And get that real energy like you're supposed to. There's many options of freedom in having your own land and things you can do. And the knowledge you can acquire from that is what has been stripped from everybody. And This is why even the teachers are lost. So it's a cold-blooded thing. Y'all gotta grasp what Solace is saying. I'm trying to get people back on track and just get to a level where we can live like gods, kings, whatever you want to live like. But men got to get out of the slave system that's been placed upon. You figure 400 years ago, the system was laid down, and generation after generation continuously lives it. After Harriet Tubman freed the slave she freed, that was it. Whoever she couldn't save, it's because they didn't know they was a slave. And that's all you have left now. It's a bunch of people that have no clue they're a slave. So Hope died with Harriet. Because once Harriet died, you figure nobody at that point even knew they were slaves anymore. You just thought they was being treated unfair. So it's a deep thing we gotta grasp. When they first got to America, it was full of trees and vegetation. The land that I be on is one of the first places, well, not one of the first places, but this is the first places that they arrived on when they come to the land, through the water. So when you see that water in that land I be sitting on, that's the first place they pulled up before they worked their way into the city. So you gotta grasp that. Now, when you walk into the city, you ain't no goddamn trees or no grass or nothing nowhere. It's just buildings, cars, concrete, all of that. But when you go out to the outskirts of the land, meaning if you live in Manhattan and you go by the river, then you can see some of the trees and shit and say, damn, this whole shit probably was flooded with trees. And they cleared all this shit out in 400 years. They done cleaned out almost every goddamn tree in the city. This is how deep it is. So we got to go out into them upstate areas and get this land and begin to learn how to live again and acquire knowledge. But anyway, man, in about 2 weeks, I'm going to start holding meetings. Well, not meetings, but a gathering on the land. Every Friday and every Saturday. From maybe about 6 to 9. Every Friday and Saturday in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to post the address. Every Friday and Saturday, you can come out to the land, or it may be Saturday and Sunday. You can come out to the land from 6 to 9 and have a gathering with your main man Solace. I'll be doing some teaching and things that day. I'm going to try to get it together. I'm going to also try to hold a lecture there before the summer's over. So I'm going to start looking now at what brothers put together lectures. I know Sarnetta. Maybe I'll holler at him, being as though he the only person that I actually know that I see. Because I don't be seeing none of these other goofy motherfuckers. I gotta learn how to... I've been working on being kind. I don't see none of these other teachers, but I always see Sarnetta. He from the hood, so I see him all the time. He ain't nothing but a handshake away. So next time I see him, I might chop it up with him. But I'm going to try to hold a lecture before the summer is out on the land. So it's going to be a deep thing. You see that path in the video? When y'all come to the lecture, y'all going to actually have to walk through the path just to get to the sitting grounds, which is going to be on that beachfront that I be on. I'm going to have seats and things out there, nice little stage. And I want to hold a lecture, man, myself and maybe a couple of other speakers, but I want to try to make that happen around August before the summer's out. And I'm gonna start looking into people that hold lectures that can help me out with this, because this is pretty simple. It's gonna be right on the land. The light poles and everything is still out there, so we ain't gotta worry about where we gonna get a light. It's all right there. Everything's roofy. Just gotta get the people out, and people that hold lectures that know how that go. Figure that out. So if you in that business and you see this video, holla at me. If you wanna come out to my weekly gatherings every week, starting July, probably like the middle of July, starting then till about I say September. I'm gonna be out on the land every Friday, Saturday from 6 to 9. Come out there gathering and just enjoy yourself, man. Fruit drinks and marijuana. I don't drink alcohol, but if you do, that's your thing. I really don't care what people do. I'm not one of them people where I'm concerned with what you eat and what you do. Whatever you do is what you do. Get this knowledge. It's your main man Solace.